All right, so I just got this topic off my phone and shit, and I finna go ahead and slide that bit. But look, every single experience with a person, a place, or a thing is either a experience for you to find yourself, or you can it can be experience where you lose yourself. Now look though, say for example, you a person, right? And you we're gonna use this for example. You homeless, right? Or your parents homeless, right? So you be born with the parents, and then you find out later that okay, my parents are broke as fuck, type shit. Now look though, in the experience that you're going through, it's like the shit that's like it don't matter. It don't matter. Now I'm gonna say this too, cause motherfuckers be thinking that money is like it matters about how much money you got. Fuck all that. No, money don't even matter no more at this point. It's more about information. So I'm debunking all that money shit. But look though, back to the example I was finna give. But you pour some shit, right? And as you looking around and you talking to different people and shit like that, and you growing up in the homeless facility or some shit like that, you talking to different people and shit, and you starting to learn, and certain shit that they saying is like resonating with you. Somebody can say some hard shit like yeah, get rich or die trying type shit, or just any hard shit, and that shit hit your soul. Like if that shit hit your soul, then that's how you finding yourself. That's so cause you yourself is in a reality that's way ahead of you. You know what I'm saying? Like, so if you can be poor, but you can be in a reality where you can be actually getting money. You know what I'm saying? But if you're not learning from the shit that's around you, the people, places, and things and particles, and you're not learning from the shit that's around you, then how the fuck you even gonna get to that? How you gonna even gonna get to that reality if you don't even know yourself? Like you can't get to that reality because it's like the keys to get there is like right in front of you. So they be like that's why they be like the present moment is the present or some, you know what I'm saying? So it's kind of like, let's use this for example. Now look though, remember I said this. It's out of every experience or people, places, and things you meet or go through, is either a experience or whatever it is, you're either finding yourself or you're gonna end up losing yourself. Now look, now this is another example. This is an example for losing yourself. See, the person who was in a homeless facility and shit like that, he found himself. See, that broke bummy nigga shit, that wasn't him. He was on the process of finding himself. You know what I'm saying? Like I can go. It was probably some shit he put on his soul contract to do. You know what I'm saying? I can go deep in that. I can go in depth in that a whole nother day type shit. But look, we're back. But look, now say for example, a motherfucker. This is a motherfucker who lose themselves. A motherfucker go to school, and when he go to school, he not learning from he from the suburbs though. Like he from like a good neighborhood. He from a good neighborhood, and he go to school and he lose himself like that. See, and but this is the thing though, like when people lose themselves, like when people lose themselves, they don't be like, oh, I'm losing myself type shit. They may start talking and acting like people around them, but and then they may be, when they get home and shit like that, then it's either one or two. It's either they don't even connect with themselves back from being all in the different realities and around different people, places, and shit like that. It's either they don't connect back to their own self, or it's like they start taking on these traits of other people around them and shit, cause they ain't got their own traits and shit. Then they start losing themselves and shit. Like they basically they start losing themselves because it's like they don't have no space that they can go to for their own self. All this and all this and or they don't tap into their internal realm. They all out in the physical, or they all, you know what I'm saying, they all out there. They always trying to be out there in the physical, and they going to all these parties and all this other shit, and then you just losing yourself. And then it's not gonna be to the day, to the last minute come, and or judgment day or some shit, and then you find out you just lost yourself. See, people, when people lose themselves, like people don't be like, oh, I'm losing myself. Like people, I mean, unless if you're a person and you're aware of yourself already, then if you got like a little bit of self awareness or self awareness in general, then you the type of person where you doing something, or you probably doing something you don't usually do, or you hanging around certain people, and if you kind of start talking like them, or you start acting a certain way that's not in your true nature, then you gonna be the type of person that's gonna be like, wait a minute, that ain't me. But motherfuckers who don't really like do no self reflecting type of shit like that, these the ones who gonna lose themselves. You know what I'm saying? In the experience of life and shit like that. The ones, so basically what I'm finna say is the ones who find themselves and shit, these the motherfuckers who use all the particles and shit, and they mix everything up and they put it all in one so they can move to the next level. The ones who going through experiences and it's the same old experience, these the motherfuckers who not using the particles around them to add up situations to move on to the next level. These the type of motherfuckers who real stagnant. But as I was in, and they lost, and they lost in themselves and shit like that. Cause the experiences that they going through, they're not even learning from. Like, so basically I'm finna summarize the video like this. Every experience you go through, you're either losing yourself, you're in the process of losing yourself, or you're in the process of finding yourself. Finding yourself. You find yourself by using the realm of realities you're in, your own realm of realities, like that's part of your script in your life, in your movie, and you're putting it all together, and you're coming back into the internal realm, and then you're pushing it back out in the you know what I'm saying? It's like you gotta go in, it's like a cycle. You gotta go in these realms and shit. You know what I'm saying? But it's kinda like night and day. It's like night and day. So it's gonna be some times where you gonna be more out into the physical realm of reality. This is like if it's a time of the year where you getting more, when you start making money or some shit like that. This is like a part of your life where you start being more out in the open, in the physical. Then you got another part in your life where you're more in the internal. You're more doing planning and self-reflecting and shit like that. So you can see what type of moves you're going to make when you go into the external realm reality. But overall, though, what I was going to say is, and then you got people who lose themselves going through experiences and shit like that, whether it be bad or good, and then when they losing themselves in a good, what I was explaining back there, when they losing themselves in a good way, they feel like it's good because they having fun or some shit like that, and then they don't realize that they lost themselves until it's too late, type of shit. But I don't know, if I felt like I was going there, well, but fuck it, I don't even care. Take what resonate.